I like to watch weird videos. Hey, out of lunch and nobody knows. Yeah.
I like to watch weird videos, and one of our best creators for making weird videos is somebody who's really... Okay, you know it's about to get serious when this point happens. One of my favorite, somebody who's really close to my heart for creating weird and disturbing, let's be honest, content. She's asking the tough questions. Nobody really has the courage to ask.
Where my unstable girlies at?
All right, so I'd like to start by building on a previous discussion that we had.
Oh, hell yeah, let's build on that. Get the concrete mixer out, hard hat, all that shit. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
In a past podcast episode, we were talking about the topic of surrogacy because Khloe Kardashian did something that was quite brave.
Okay.
She was honest about how difficult it was for her to adjust. She went to the hospital, obviously. She had a surrogate for her second child.
You know, surrogacy, it is a big issue because when you're trying to do this, that's giving birth. Oh, and then the baby comes out, it goes like this. Okay, so surrogacy, some people can't get pregnant, so they have a surrogate. No, doesn't seem anything too controversial here, so let's see what Candy has to say.
It, right? It's becoming a token of wealth and privilege. And I think that there is something, as I have said in previous episodes, that is deeply wrong and immoral about this.
Whoa.
And the more I learn about the surrogacy industry and how corrupt it is and how women's bodies are being used and how many miscarriages they go through and how it works, I am drawn closer to that position. Now, we talked about Khloe Kardashian
Who? Never heard of her, sorry.
About how difficult it was for her to establish a connection with her son who she had via surrogacy, how weird she felt going to the hospital, having not been pregnant, to just pick up a child after another woman has just gone through pregnancy.
Okay, if you're a common moron.
A common street level moron like me.
If you're a common street level moron like me, you don't know anything about surrogacy. But this actually is a very interesting topic, because right off the bat, not knowing anything about this, for those of us who know nothing about this, we're kind of like, oh, that is
weird.
Okay, come on, man. In my simpleton mind, I think of it as like, you know, somebody walks in to some place and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm here to pick up my baby, please. You know, they give it and they hand over the baby. You know, there's a cash register there. They're like, okay, here you go. Do they all have hair like this? Okay, yes, yeah, see what else you got back there, please.
That's how we picture it. In our mind's eye.
That's how we use the power of imagination, I call it. And it's funny how Candace is presenting this, where it's like, oh, this is kind of the realm of the wacky, rich celebrity who's just like, I want a baby. I want a cool baby.
I want sort of a designer baby that comes wearing a motorcycle jacket.
Take a listen.
Okay.
Don't stop.
I felt really guilty that, like, this woman just had my baby and I take the baby and then I go to another room and you're sort of separated. Like, I felt it's such a transactional experience because it's not about him.
That's the baby.
I wish someone was honest about surrogacy.
Oh.
Again, I would like to commend her on this because this is incredibly brave. It's not easy to talk about this topic. She later went on to talk about how she's been having difficulty establishing a connection with her son. She may have one today. Obviously, we're looking at when this first couple of months following the birth, and you hear about these situations, you always hear them talking about how difficult it is for them.
Right.
It's a very selfish discussion, how difficult it is for us, right?
Oh,
They're never talking about the surrogate that's gone through multiple miscarriages. They're never talking about what it must feel like for that individual to give birth and to have that baby, in most circumstances, taken immediately away from them and given to somebody else that's waiting in a different room. It's all about how they felt. Oh, it's very difficult for...
I like this segment from Candy because if you don't know anything about this, you're just sort of like, that is weird. Someone has a baby, they just they cough up the baby.
They fork over the baby?
It does seem weird if you know nothing about it and you're just purely feeling. That's sort of what a lot of this media does. It's just like, something about this feels off. You gonna look into it more? Absolutely not. But if you do look into it a little bit more, first of all, surrogacy is very rare. It's about 0.02% of births each year. And then there's this. Studies have found that surrogates may find the weeks following the birth difficult, but do not experience psychological problems 6 months or 1 year later. Research has also shown that surrogates can form close relationships with the intended parents during the pregnancy, which may continue after birth. So yeah, again, for those of us who know nothing about this, again, common morons, common street morons, This does seem
weird.
But there is an interesting study from the UK about this. I'll read some of this. I mean, it's fascinating, man. It's fascinating. Findings so far have revealed that couples who opted for surrogacy had been trying for a child. Check this out. Listen to this. Had been trying for a child for an average of 7.5 years. This is something Candy might be interested in too. Surrogacy parents tended to be overprotective of their baby, which can sometimes have a negative effect on the children's development. However, this had diminished by age 2. So people who have a baby from a surrogate, they're like, really value the baby of their baby who goes like this. And then you check the diapers, it's like this. By the time the children were 3 years old, surrogacy families were very similar to natural conception families, and some had begun to tell their children about the circumstances of their birth. Preliminary findings at age 7 continue to show that surrogacy families do not differ from natural conception families in terms of the quality of relationships between the parents. So is Candy Owens giving us an accurate view of reality here? She's saying it's terrible. She's saying it's terrible. But when you look at it, it's very rare. And the people who do surrogacy basically have no other option. Also, I thought these people wanted families. These are people who are trying for 7 years to have a family, and they're like, well, we got to try something else. I thought you guys wanted families. What happened? And when they do have to do this, they make it work. As humans do, they figure out a way to make it work. And that's what it seems like. That's about what it seems like. But there's definitely not some creepy right-wing media angle to this, right?
Those biological differences matter. And now that we are fostering this industry in which gay individuals are able to just say, well, you know what?
Here we go.
I'm a gay man. I only like to have sex with men, but I've got a lot of money and a lot of cash, and I'm just going to pay for somebody else's womb to give me the child that they want.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know how that's going to work when
every single person on this planet is gay.
Oh, damn. Okay, so this is from a year ago. She's talking to her friend, another conservative, I don't know, YouTube guy, Dave Rubin. But he did a surrogacy parent thing, and let's see what she has to say about this. This is a year ago. Here we go.
And I said, I actually know nothing about IVF because I have a husband. I got pregnant, a natural way. So how could I just say something for the sense of saying, well, I'm a conservative, so I need to speak out against this.
Right.
And I wanted people to know that they have the permission to take time to learn about topics. And it frustrates me so much that people can be so like, rah, 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 this is what you have to say because you're a Republican or because you're a conservative.
Right.
And I had not even learned about
stuff you're saying now. Right. But you do seem a lot more open-minded when it's your friend, so I guess it's bad. Okay, it's bad unless it's your friend. Okay, well, it's a little bit complicated, but okay. Okay, so there's another difficult thing here for old Candy, and I wanted to play this video. It's of a couple
perverts
that I found online. Check out what they have to say. I don't know. I think these people might have some points. Let's check these. Where is it? Here it is.
Perverts.
Out.
I would like to bring up the concept of adoption to Candace Owens because there's a whole right-wing movement in this country that's centered around making sure that abortion is no longer legal for people who can get pregnant. And their answer is always, well, if you don't want to have the baby, you give it up for adoption.
Oh man, that's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid point, and it almost makes Candace Owens have to take her arguments and
wipe your ass with them.
Okay, here's another funny thing. This next video clip is within days within that surrogacy video. It needs to be the pure magic beauty of a biological mother giving birth to a child. Check this video out.
I don't know where we should start, you guys.
Me
her
either.
name is Jasmine Paez.
Who?
She's 18 years old.
Okay.
And
definitely never heard of her. Okay.
The truth is that she solicited an assassin through a website that turned out to be fake. Now,
oh boy.
She listed this assassin to kill off her 3-year-old son, and she allegedly agreed to pay $3,000 for the kid's murder.
Oh boy. I think, definitely an odd choice. Definitely an odd choice of a series of videos from Candy Owens, and that's why we love her.
Where my unstable girlies, where my unstable girlies at?
What was that thing I read from that UK study? On the other hand, surrogacy parents tended to be overprotective of their baby. What's this story? Mom, 18, used fake hitman website in attempt to kill Her 3-year-old. Okay, we're having a good time, but that's terrible. Okay, note to self: go back and take away the parts of the video where I was making light of that. Please remember to edit that out. Please don't forget. Okay, here's a funny little quick Candy clip. Check this out.
In case you haven't heard this, Sofia Vergara and Joe...
Who?
In case you haven't heard this, Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello...
Never heard of him.
...are getting a divorce.
Okay.
That's not interesting, really, because that happens all the time in Hollywood.
Okay, but that part right there. That's not interesting, because that happens all the time in Hollywood, getting a divorce. I love that because it's just a little, it's just a little treat to throw out. But like with a lot of Candy things, she'll say something and it's like, I would actually like to actually know the truth about it. This is an interesting topic that Candy has brought up. Now let's get what the actual reality of it. This is a funny thing. This is from 2023. And remember, Florida, it's the home of freedom and all this crap. 5 Florida cities rank among the places with the highest divorce rate. Of course. What are these places? Number 1 is Santa Fe, New Mexico. A lot of people are doing this. And then they're doing this. Divorce. Prescott Valley, Arizona. Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Oh, Arizona. Don't get married there. But I like that. She's like, it's pretty common, these Hollywood perverts, get divorced. That seems like it's kind of going on everywhere. Seems like it's kind of going on all over the place. People are like, this marriage is toilets. And then they go like this.
Toilets. Weird.
TK Louis. Every single person on this planet is gay.
All right, let's just jump right into this.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate.
Oh,
long time.
I know, it's been a very long time.
Never heard of him. Okay, so this video is called Andy and Candy's Comedy Cavalcade, I think. Oh, what is it? Candace Owens ex Andrew Tate, the interview. Okay, sorry, I messed that up. Whoa, 2 million views in 2 days. I gotta get that Andrew Tate bump on this channel. God. Okay, this part's a real emotional roller coaster here because Andrew Tate's talking about his dad. And I'm like, okay, your dad actually sounds kind of interesting. He's a self-taught chess player who became like a master chess player.
But he was a chess professional. He was a professional chess player. He was one of the best chess players in the world.
Okay.
And what's most interesting about him is he almost predicted the future absolutely and utterly perfectly. He was talking about the Ukraine-Russia war back in 2013, and he was talking about how the gay people can't have children, so they're going to come for your children. Trust me, that's what they're going to do.
Wait a second. That took a bit of a turn there. He's a great chess player, knew a bunch of languages. He predicted these big world events. He hated gay people. Oh, wow. Wait. What was the last one?
I think the best thing you can do as a man is obviously learn your lessons from your life and try your best to pass them on. I feel like I'm doing that to the best of my ability. But also, another thing that conservatives is going to blow their minds, is going to really upset them.
Stop.
What they don't understand about especially the strength of my message is that to especially the young boys of the world, I'm cool.
Oh,
I'm cool. And I know they think that doesn't matter, but if you want to sit behind a desk and go, the Republican Bill 304, you're a dork. So no one gives right? You're a nerd.
So guys, this is a debunk channel, man. And I have to debunk the ass of stuff all the time.
This one is what we call an easy slam dunk.
Because he's saying, oh, conservatives are not cool. They're not cool. They got to be cool like me. This is obviously not true, and I got a video to prove it right here. Check out this cool conservative.
Well, as you all know, today is National Hot Dog Day. And perhaps you also know that hot dog is my favorite meat. Dad! I love hot dogs.
I love them in buns. I love them outside of buns. I never sucked any ding dongs.
Okay, but I think there might be a redemption arc to Andy Tate because he's found God. He's found Allah. So I think he could turn this around. Let's check this part out here.
And there's a whole bunch of other things I can say from the Quran and Islamic texts, etc. But to keep it very vague, that's in the Bible, and very broad for people who are not Islamic.
Yeah,
I felt God when I was in an Islamic country.
That's what it is.
If I went to an Islamic country, I felt God. You don't feel any God. How is it a Christian country if Satanists are mocking Jesus on the streets?
Yeah, we got to crack down on that. We really got to on Satanists and out in the streets going like this. Because
that's in the Bible.
We need men now more than ever, right?
Oh, yeah.
And also, I do believe, and this is going to get me called misogynistic, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
I do believe we need masculinity, especially in the households, because I believe that women are more emotionally led and men are more logically led.
It's true.
And I think
and
every single person on this planet is gay.
That the propaganda machine and the news machine primarily uses emotional arguments as opposed to logical arguments.
And women fall for the emotional
And women fall for the emotional arguments.
Oh,
so if you have a woman who's in charge of the household and her man can't resist her commands, and they put on the news, be afraid, COVID's going to kill everybody.
Right.
She gets afraid.
Okay, this is probably one of the most interesting through lines through this 3 hour of this interview. This is probably the most interesting through line. This comes back over and over again, which is women are irrational and men are rational. And how we see that, our test case for that, is that women believe that women believe COVID is real, I think. And I watched this whole thing, God bless, God forbid. And what he's actually saying, this is what he's actually saying. Watch this whole video. This is what he's actually saying. Men are rational. And by rational, I mean they don't look at data. They don't look at numbers on this stuff. Of course not. That's absurd. That's ridiculous. But what they do, this is how men are rational, is that they choose media that they like. And they follow it regardless of what actual numbers and data say. That's what's called being a rational man.
And I'm writing an ebook about it.
I'm doing a podcast about it. Jocko Willink is going to come on. Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub, Joey Diaz, Joey Ramone, Tony Soprano, Joe Exotic, Joe Scarborough.
All these motherfuckers.
It's all about social conditioning, and it's about the feminist messaging, going back to our conversation about the matriarchy. They've totally conditioned women to believe that marriage is a trap. That you were going to be unhappy, that you were going to be sacrificing your freedom, when in reality, I got more freedom than I ever had when I became married, because I finally became a secure woman. I knew what my purpose in life was when I had children. Everything else is so stupid and meaningless. How could you think you were going to find your purpose at the bottom of a Red Bull vodka at One Oak, Candace? You know what I mean?
Whoa, okay.
Where my unstable girlies?
And those are the two options, really. Get married, settle down, or vodka Red Bulls all night. Those are the two paths. Please pick one. And remember,
every single person on this planet is gay.
I won't accept you. I think you are actually a libertarian right now, and I won't accept you as a libertarian. I think you will not be one in a few years if I had to make it.
Okay, Candy, let's convert old Andy Tate, all right?
Prediction, I think you will lean towards conservatism, because even in just the crack of you talking about the attack on masculinity, because first you say, oh, well, if everyone wants to do what they want to do, if you guys all agree and you want to be homosexuals, fine. But then we'll start to realize that libertarianism, live and let live, is what welcomes in through the door. I'm, very against every.
I think he's on your side already with this.
Every ill that homosexuality has brought, and again, these are consenting people that are doing what they want to do.
This is true.
But look, evil is evil, sin is sin, and we're yesterday talking about.
Okay, so it's a pretty kind of interview, but I did want to give Candy a chance to plug her crap, plug whatever crap she peddles. So here we go. Let's check out this Candy ad. Here we go.
For you.
Of course. It's beautiful as well.
The Candace Owens podcast is supported by Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university with a vibrant campus.
Grand Canyon University.
We actually got some audio from Grand Canyon University. Check this out. Hey, we're down here learning. Why did we set up our scam for-profit college down here? Oh, no. Oh, we didn't bring enough water. We're all going to die down here. A rattlesnake bit me. Oh, why did I listen to Candace Owens and sign up for this college? God damn it. So that's a little audio joke right there, guys. Thank you so much. Those kind of jokes.
They make me vomit.
So there we go, guys. A trip down into the Canyon of Madness with our good friend, our good internet personality,
Candace Owens.
Hope you guys... What is it again? What is it? Ooh, it's not our favorite day. It's not the best day. But we're still doing it. We're still out here doing it. So hope you guys have a good week. Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep.
No!
When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book Oblega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people that make the show possible, okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Here's the dump truck come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.